Good evening, all of you, and welcome to this webinar of conceptual design in Archicad. So we'll wait for a few seconds now. Just, I guess, some people are joining. Let them settle first, and then we'll continue with the webinar. Okay, I guess we are good to go. So let me introduce myself. My name is Sandeep Parab, and I am Senior Technical Lead at Dimension Plus. So we at Dimension Plus are the distributors for BIM software called Archicad, which is our flagship product. We have also other products like Motion, Solibri, BIM Cloud, Eptar, and BIMX. So all these softwares are related to AEC industries. Also, with we don't only sell, but we also provide BIM implementation. So any office who want to shift from 2D CAD or any other irrelevant BIM software to ArchiCAD, we provide the BIM implementation as well. So in BIM implementation, we assist the office, we train the office, and we also help them in making their own office standard template. Also, after that, we provide the support also. So if some after the implementation, if any user are getting stuck in between some issue regarding the software or anything that he is not able to do in the software, we provide the support for the same as well. Okay. And this webinar is conducted by Discover BIM, which is the dedicated training platform by Dimension Plus. So if you want to see or learn about BIM, you can visit discoverbim.dimensionplus.in. So there we will be uploading some courses related to ArchiCAD and BIM soon. Okay, so let's start with the webinar first. So now we are starting with the conceptual design. So in conceptual design, we don't show much of the elements or the details of any drawing or model. So at that stage, we will be using the zone tool and the morph tool. So only these two tools will be taught or taken today. So as these two elements are massing elements, there so it will be better for designing this model at a conceptual stage. Okay, so first we will see the morph tool and then we'll go to the zone tool. So starting with the morph, so wherever we do the implementation training in offices, the users or the team members over there always tells us that this morph is the whole SketchUp tool. So whatever SketchUp can do, that all things can be done with one tool in Archicad, that is the morph tool. Okay, so starting with the morph tool, I will first make a base plate for my model. So I will just type in the size. So this becomes the base plate, and this morph will be doing it in 3D. So I will just switch to 3D window. So I'll put a marquee and I will go to 3D. Okay, so this is the base plate on which I will be designing my model. So we'll select this and give it some thickness. And for giving thickness, you see this is an option of pet palette. So this pet palette is a handy tool whenever you want to create or modify any element in ArchiCAD. This pet palette is a savior. Okay, so I will select this first option, that is the push pull. So I guess push pull is in the SketchUp as well. So it's the same option over here. So I will just give a thickness of 200. Okay. And now for modeling, I want to model my structure over here somewhere. So I want a distance or a size or an offset basically from here. So if you hover over the corner or even on at the edge, there will be a circle coming over here. At the edge, if I hover, so a line will highlight, a blue line will highlight. But I want an offset from this corner. So a circle will come and I will just hover it over here. So if you can see, there is a line coming it a dashed line coming. So, and also with that, there is a distance. So I can type in the distance. I want diagonally 12 meters. And at that point, I want to draw my structure. So like this, I will select and I will use the pencil option. So with this pencil, or basically this is the add polyline option. So this pencil is the icon for that. And with the help of that, I will just make a cube of it. So I want the cube of say 2 meters, 12 meters. And yeah, so this is a cube of 12 meters by 12 meter. And now again, I will use the push pull option and create a cube. So if you can see, I have stories up till third story or 4 levels, I can say I have. So now I am making a structure and I want to make my story up till second floor. So here you can see there is a guide point of story as well. So this is the first floor and this is the second floor. So with it will help me in 3D modeling. So whenever I want to model any element according to the story, this is a very important thing. So I will model this morph up till second floor for now. Okay, so this is a cube that I have made. And now here I want a terrace like structure or a balcony type of structure, an open balcony. So I will make an open balcony of 5 by 5 meter and I will just drop it down. Okay, so I will drop it down up till this height, that is 3300. So this is one of the block that I have made. Now I want a garage also over here. Okay, so I will add a garage. But before that, I will just add some more shapes over here because I want a room from here as well. So here I want up till 4000 by 6 meters. And yeah, so I can just drag this as well out. I want this up till 2 meters. So now this whole uh, structure is modeled with one morph. Now I want to give, or else I just need to have a garage as well. So similarly, I will have to model over here. But for modeling over here, I will need some reference point or a reference guide. So I will use this 3D reference plane, but it is now horizontally at the lowest level. So I can click on this option and I will select the first option, that is the pick plane, and I will click this plane. And on this plane, I want a garage. So it will help me for having a guide points. So similarly, like we did for the base plate, similarly, we can do it for here as well. So I want an offset of 300 and I will start drawing. Okay, I will dimension should be around 4000 and this dimension should be around 3200. Okay, so I can just increase this as well with this option offset one edge. I want this 1000 more or else 500 less. Okay, so this will be my garage. Also, I want a down portion to be little up around 300. Yeah. And I can push this option or the portion backward also. So I will push it around 5000 or 5 meters so my cars can get inside and fit in properly. Now I don't want this reference plane, so I will just click on this option and set it to default. Okay, so I want a ramp like option also over here, like a little ramp to climb my vehicles to this level. So I can just click on the node and I will use the pencil, and the geometry method will be a polygonal method. And I will make this difference. So basically I'm dividing the points. Okay. So in morph tool, we have two types of cursor which can be used. So the first one is the black cursor that we are currently using. So this black cursor will select the whole element, and there is a white cursor as well. So white cursor will select that specific face. So if I want to select this face, it will select only that face, and the modifications can be done on that face only. Okay, so for now, I'm using this for making a RAM, and I will just extrude this by push pull. I want to extrude this at 1.5 meters, and yes, this is done. Also, I will have to make a line over here or separating line over here. So I will draw a separating line up till this node. Hmm. Now, with the help of pet palette, I have an option of this offset one edge. So I will just lower it down, or else I will extend it till here. Okay, so this is the RAM that I want. I guess I will have to use the black cursor for this because it is selecting the whole. I will just make a line again. Hmm. Okay, so it is separating this two things. If I use a black cursor for this and make offset one edge, the ramp has been made, and here I will just push it behind 5 meter. Okay, so this is done. Now I want here as well the opening just to make it more good looking. So you select the rectangular method and this pencil, and I will push this inside like 3 meters. Okay, so here also I want this to be where there will be a vertical circulation over here. So I want this to be one story up. So I will make a dividing line, and I will push up till third story. Okay, so a basic shape of my structure has been got ready. So now I will add some trees as well into this. So I will use a wall that I have made a favorite. So I want to place the trees up or planters over here. So I will give the dimension. First dimension will be 2000, and this will be around 15,000. Okay, so similarly over here also, I want to make the same. This will be 6,000 and the width will be the same 2,000. Okay, and I have made a favorite of object as well. That is the tree conceptual. Okay, so I will just drag multiple copies of this so I don't have to. Okay, so these four trees are enough, or else I will just add one more. And over here also, I will just delete the middle one. And here also, I guess four trees are enough. So a basic model or conceptual model has been ready by Morph. So all the push-pull options or whatever things. So basically, Morph is a mass that you can flexibly turn however you want. Okay, so if you want to show a 3D model, you can just show a 3D model and then work on it if you want to proceed with that specific plan or model. Okay, so this was the model made with the morph. Now we'll go for zone. So now we'll see how to make a conceptual model using zone. So I have made a favorite of zones as well. So here you can see there are different color coding for different portion of the model. So I will start with any of this. So suppose I want to make a living area first. So so you will have some basic idea of how much dimension should your living area be, your kitchen or any room in that model should be. So I will start with the same. So I want my living room to be 4,500 by 4,500 and here it is. So basically zone is a spaces that we provide in the model. So it gives you the area as well as there are many other properties that you can do assigned to a zone. So currently we are using it at conceptual stage. So we will be using some few properties of it. Now I will add a corridor to it. So corridor should be my width should be somewhat around 1.2 meter and length should be around 8 meter. Okay, so I will just rotate it to fit in this specific portion. Now I will add kitchen over here. So I want the kitchen at this point. So my kitchen length should be 3 meter and height or the width should be 2.5 meter. Okay, so this will be my kitchen. Then I want to add washroom. My washroom size will be 1200 and this should be around 1900. Okay, so I will just reduce this size. So this is the zones label and this is the zone. So there is no zone stamp because we haven't activated the zone stamp. So I will just select the zone label and give it lower the font size. this WC at 1.2. Okay, so this is fine for me, or else I will just make it 1. Okay, so I will just rotate this as well and keep it over here. Now I will put the zone of bedrooms. So here I'm putting bedroom of size 3500 by 3500. And here also I want a bedroom 3500 by 3500. Okay, so this place planning, whatever you want to do, we can do it freely with the zone. So now if I want to reduce some space, I can just reduce it over here. So the pet palette option again. So I don't want this much long corridor. I want it short. So as per I can just fit in one more washroom over here. So I will just reduce this, and here I can make one more washroom for the same for bedroom. So this is around 1200 and my height should be 1200. Tap one. Hmm. So I can use this washroom for one of the bedroom or the master bedroom, which I will consider. Okay, so again, this will be 1.0. Hmm. So this is the space planning that I have made. So accordingly, you can also make some space planning according to your visualization. And this will be available in 3D as well. So if I show you in the 3D, okay, so I will just switch to simple shading. So here you can see the color coding is available in this as well. Okay, so by the color coding also you can decide which portion you want to define which room. Okay, so if I select this, I have made the settings like that. So living room, the category I've divided. Also for color coding in 3D, you will specially have to make a separate surface for it where you should give that color to a glass and you select it from here. Okay, so I have made such surfaces and use it for the zone and made it as a favorite. Okay, so I will click OK. So accordingly, you make a massing over here. And after that, once this plan is fixed, or if there is any change in due to the, if you show this to a client and if he demands some change, you can directly change this uh, before you actually make any element or before you actually model with other elements like wall columns or beams. So once this my plan is fixed, I can just start the modeling. So I can just go to the walls and start modeling. So I'm just starting the modeling by this. Okay, so it is not linked. I will just link it because I have used the small height wall in the morph. That's why it has been shifted to this. I will just pick up my walls from interior wall, my favorites. Here also you can just Okay, so like this, you can directly start modeling quickly once you have defined the spaces. And after that, you can just put all the things that you want, like walls, doors, windows. So I will just show you putting that as well. So I will just put some windows, doors. So I will put this door. Okay, so this is a big one. I will select. I will use empty doors for living room as well as for the kitchen. I want this to be 1000. You will use the doors over here for uh, okay. Okay, so I have the doors in favorite as well. So I'm using this doors for now. Okay, sorry, I just placed this door over here. I want this door to be from any of the bedroom. So yeah, I will make this as a master bedroom, and I will put some windows as well. Lowered windows for the washrooms. And yes. So like this, a basic plan you can make with the conceptual designing, first conceptually designing with the zone, and after that showing it to your client. Okay, so once the design is fixed upon the spaces, you can directly use the other tools or the other elements like walls, columns, slab, beam, all of that. And once it is done, you can just show, proceed it from the conceptual stage. Okay, so let's see this thing in 3D. Okay, so a basic conceptual model got ready with walls and zones into it. Okay, so this was the conceptual level modeling. So today we have covered only the basic type of conceptual modeling. We will be coming with more such courses. So I will just stop my screen sharing. So this was the conceptual stage of modeling in Archicad. So if you have any queries, you can just post it down in the chat box. So I will just take the queries one by one. So I guess there are some queries listed down. So how to get 3D mass of zone in different colors? Okay, so as I said in the while showing also on Archicad, so you can just uh, a different surface of glass. So if you can see, I will just share my screen once again, show you the same. Okay, so I guess my screen is visible now. So if you see, uh, if I click any of the zone and I go to the zone settings, so here I have specially made a surface for the zone. So I have just duplicated the glass and I have just given the color for it. So if I can show you in the settings of surface. So yes, so these are the zone surfaces that I have created. And here you can see, so I have duplicated the clear glass surface and I have just given the surface color over here. So whatever RGB or color from the spectrum you select, that color will get applied to this. Okay. So you just have to duplicate and give the surface color for it. Okay. So let's move to the next question. Okay, so what else tools can be used instead of zone and morph for conceptual drawing modeling? Okay, so there are other tools as well, like we can use the shell tool. So shell tool is also an excellent tool for modeling. So in the next webinar or further webinars we will be conducting, in that I will show one of the conceptual modeling by uh, shell tool. So shell is basically a roof which can be molded in any shape or a tensile roof kind of thing. So with that we can do a conceptual modeling. Also we can use the curtain wall as well. So to show some part for like we can just make a curtain wall for showing any other structure. So for that, you can use the curtain wall as well. But mainly the zone morph can be used for conceptual drawing. And also the mesh tool can also be used in conceptual drawing, because in mesh tool we can give the contours as well. So if you have a contour side, so you want to show a contour like that, you can show it with the mesh tool. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Except for zone and morph, how to show other design elements in conceptual design? So apart from so you can use any elements for making a model, and then you can do some representational settings by which you can show the conceptual the drawing at your conceptual stage. Also, there is an option of model view option. So if I will share a screen once again, so we have our own template where we have set the conceptual modeling. So if you see, so this is the drawing that we are seeing in the floor plan. So we have made a model view option. So this model view option, if you see here, so this contains all the settings related to the detail level of any element. So you can see the details like column, beam, door, window, skylight, and opening. So these are available over here. So all the 2D, how you want to show the conceptual in 2D and conceptual in 3D, all settings are available over here. So we have our setting ready. So if I switch over here for at conceptual stage, so I have switched to conceptual stage. So you can see the level of detail of window is just a one line, whereas if I go to working plan, it is more detailed one. Okay, so with the help of graphical override also you can set the conceptual level. So here you can see it is the walls that I have made are in a solid black color. So at conceptual stage, you don't want to show any material of your which material you are using for the wall. So you can just uh, use this graphical override of solid hatch and show it as a wall. So instead we have made a conceptual view only where all the things are good. So in conceptual view, you can decide what things to be shown. So suppose here the zones are not shown, the zone stamp or the zone label that are not shown, the annotation is not shown. The level of detail in the of the window and door are little. Whereas if I go to working plan, the details are more. So like this, you can show the conceptual stage as also. Also, if you want to see the conceptual 3D model. So in perspective, if I go, so here also you can see the detail level of this window, or the detail level of this door also. It's a little, so this is not much detail of this. But if I go to the working model, and then go over here, just let me orbit this. Yes. So the same scenario, but the detail level you can see the door has a bit more detail as well as the window has bit more detail. So you can control the representation and the detail level by this visual delight tools called model view options and graphical override. Okay, so I guess I hope I have answered that properly. Okay. So can we use mesh also in conceptual modeling? Yes, you can set use the mesh as well in conceptual modeling. So as I said in the previous question also, so if you have a contour site or if you want to show something on a contour, so you can use the mesh tool as a conceptual modeling as well. So any tool can be used for conceptual modeling, but this morph zone will be a priority tool. Can we use BIMX for concept model presentation? Yes. So whatever we did with the morph or any zone tool, so once that models are made, we can export it to the BIMX by saving it as a view. So as I have shown you, the 3D model as well as the floor plan of it, so that can be that can be exported to publisher set, and from publisher set it can be exported to the BIMX. So that model we can use in BIMX as well. How to make customized tree in Archicad. So customized, I guess you have seen the ellipsoid tree that we have used in the morph while making the model from morph. So I will show that. So there is a setting in Archicad itself where we can set that. So I will just show it on Archicad screen. So I will place that tree. Uh, I will take another tree and okay. So this is a detailed tree that we have placed. So in conceptual stage, we won't be needing this one. So at this, you can just go to the settings of it, and here we have the type. So you want a type detailed one, simplified one. So here also you can see the representation of the tree that is changing. Or if you want an ellipsoid, so we consider ellipsoid in conceptual stage. So it depends upon you how you want to show your tree in the conceptual stage. So I'm selecting the option over here. So it will be in the settings mentioned over here in the crown setting and the type. Once you click OK, so this is your ellipsoid tree. Okay. Okay. So any other questions remaining? Okay, so if there are no other questions, we can call it a day. So I hope this webinar was useful for you, and we will organize such more webinars in and tips videos in future. So do follow Dimension Plus on Instagram and other social media handles. Okay. So see you next time. Thank you.